friends. I messed up the beginning, sorry. Life is complicated. Here we go. Okay. So you are watching Guitar Quackery Live. We are doing a live stream. So you saw a little glimpse of what we're going to be working on. I got a smile. I don't feel like smiling, honestly. But I'm doing my job. And my job is to smile. I guess. I don't know. Is it social media and content creation? Let me grab a link. The link copied, and let's send it to the customer. I just received a text message, not the text message, not from the person I was hoping to hear from. So I just updated my phone. Oh, search is here now. Okay. Let's keep changing things. So his name, there you go. And paste. Boom. Going up. So this is part of the American Headstock Repair Trilogy thing. And I don't think it's going to be a trilogy anymore, because I don't think I'll be repairing this one. This one's too complicated. The communication with the customer is a little not smooth. What's the opposite of that? I did reach out to the customer back with text messages and then didn't hear back. Then the customer calls me, leave a voice message, and I text back and I say, hey, there was a text message from this date, just check. Still nothing. I don't communicate by phone. I'm not going to be on the phone talking for an hour about something unless somebody pays me to talk for an hour. So, yeah, sorry, that's just how it is, how it needs to be. It didn't used to be like that. Then, you know, that was when I was little. Now I learned. When I became a grown-up, I learned not to do that. So this isn't a good outcome. Let's talk about what I did, what I need to do to make it better. So here we can see where the fracture was. That's the problem, right? And I filled it with epoxy after the reglue. You know, we scraped it, we sanded it, it felt completely smooth to the touch. And I did say that if you just spray lacquer on top, it's going to show through, which is why I first sprayed primer, this one. So usually when I do this, that seals it off so I can spray lacquer on top, and it's not going to show through the lacquer. The lacquer is, well, lacquer. So this trick didn't work this time, and I think I made a mistake by substituting the previous compound. So I used epoxy instead of what I should have used, what I actually wanted to use, and I even said I would be using Bondo. So now we need to first take this apart and sand it off, sand it down, off and down with a sandpaper, and then we're going to put Bondo, and then we're going to put and then we're going to sand it again. So we can't do it today. And then we are going to do primer again, a couple of coats, and then lacquer. So all of the spraying is going to be done off camera, but the sanding and the bondoing and all that is going to be done for your viewing pleasure. if you feel that I'm not in a good mood, it is the case, and I'm not angry at all. I'm not. It isn't anger that I'm feeling. It's anxiety, and I'm worried about someone, not something, someone other than myself. And I'm getting increasingly worried. Uh, uh, we could use this or this. Let me see. Well, first let's do some sanding. Okay. To be honest, I'm not feeling like I should be live streaming, but I'm stuck with it because this is a live streaming project. We gotta see it through. Right. And I have live streaming and non-live streaming projects here, but this is an old one that really needs to go back to the customer. So I was trying to decide if I should skip it again today and just do something non-live streaming, so I can also make phone calls. But I decided this needs to be done. So let's do it. And I'm sorry about my mood. Nothing to do with you, obviously. And like I said, I am not angry. Anger isn't what I'm feeling. I'm just trying to deal with anxiety right now. And worry. So, one person watching? Okay, no problem. I don't know who is watching, but I'm doing this. I'm being, yeah, it's Dr. Jeffrey Boyle, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna use this piece. Yeah, I got another one, bigger one. Whatever. Either one will work. Should work. Maybe I'll use the smaller one first. And yeah, sorry, Dr. Jeffrey. I'm not myself right now. No, I'm myself, but you know, not my usual self. And I got some developments about myself as well that was it yesterday I found out? Yeah. But that's not even on my mind right now. Because I'm not that worried. About that. About me, yeah. But show needs to go on, right? So I am simply putting this like that so that all the grit falls off the workbench. It's going to be grit from this sandpaper. And what did I say? I'm going to use the big one or the small one? I can't even remember what I was thinking. And I am going to put this camera here. So I guess I can do some switching between the two. Let me just set it up as more of a close-up shot right, manual focus, which is good, but we gotta refocus. Okay, I refocused. Okay. What else do we need? Well, nothing right now, right? Is this the headrest? I'm sorry, neck rest I should be using. I should be using the other one. Let me see. Whichever one is more. I think this one. Stable. Yeah, that's the one. And I should move this away. Yeah, so I can put the guitar against the wall. And I should protect it. So yeah, it's a live stream. That's what it takes. That's all the time that it takes to make a project happen. We're good like this. It's against the amplifier, which has a cloth on the speaker anyway, right? And that's it. I guess live streaming a project does take a little longer than just doing it without the live stream, kind of, because I need to set up cameras. But then if I don't live stream, you know, I work slower, I take breaks, so I guess it's the same thing. But excuse me, I got to check on my friend here.
Friends, I'm just taking. Your man is losing it.
Nothing yet. Not here. What about the texts? That's the first thing on my mind right now. Any changes? No changes. No developments. And I think I know what is going on, and that's what's worrying me. All right. We'll be doing this right now. So, what happened to the switcher? All right. So, I guess like this. I wrap it around. So it already sucks because I already am into it. Is this a good wrap around? I don't know. It'll work. Uh-huh. So, how far down should we sand it? Well, we're gonna, I guess, remove everything. Then we have this transition here. You see how much I'm removing? So for now, now we for sure removed all the lacquer. That was just one coat. Thin coat. And it's black, obviously. It's annoying. Got to set up my little vacuum cleaner here. A light for content creation. This is the box that came in. It's a new light that I bought to set something up that I might not even use. It sucks. Maybe I should return it and buy it again if I need it. If it's still within the return policy. All right, we have a few viewers. I'll just keep this here. And here we go. just vacuum it. So, for those of you who missed the beginning, this didn't turn out good after I lacquered it. And now I wonder if this is now good or not. If I should just spray it, or if I should just go all the way. I should have used Bondo, because that epoxy thing did not. No, I think I'm gonna go all the way and put Bondo. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch the replay, because now I can no longer show you what was not good. All right, time to vacuum up a little bit again. This is a good vacuum. It didn't come with a brush attachment. That's the only thing. I guess I gotta do this. Yeah, because the vacuum cleaner doesn't have a brush, and I don't want to use my, this brush really, because then I guess I could. Oh, and here it's all black now. Got this thing, black, gotta vacuum that. That's my workbench. All right, at least it comes off. See how it looks smooth, right? But then when you put lacquer, there's something about lacquer that just brings out everything somehow. This is what I was saying in one of the previous episodes on this playlist. That's why I need to use primer, but this time it didn't do the trick. And that's probably because I used epoxy instead of Bondo, where I really wanted to use Bondo, and then I changed my mind for whatever reason. And yeah, it's getting a little clogged up now. Just what I was hoping to see. It unclogged it. So here, closer to the truss rod, to the nut, I want to really bring it down, because we want to go with Bondo all the way down to the surface of the repair. This is what we see. Now the nut shelf is protected. There's tape on it. I think it's time to do a little more vacuuming again. Right? Okay. How many people? 4 people watching. There are some comments. I'm going to read them in a moment. See, we're exposing this. So the question is, are we still removing primer? Or are we removing the original lacquer now? I want to sand it down a little more. All right. We're getting there. So I'll be able to do, I'll talk after this, hold on. So all I'll be able to do on this live stream is put Bondo as thin as I can. And I want a full coverage of this and then blend it out. So I think that's our best chance of hiding this. And then we'll do some sanding next time again. And then I'll do the spraying off camera. So I don't think there's any more primer here. Maybe a little bit here. So sometimes it's like that, right? With these cosmetic repairs. So everything I just did before, I'm removing. So it was a waste of time. But you don't really know for sure what the outcome is going to be until you kind of finish it. I mean, until you go to the next step. See, I don't feel anything at all. This is completely smooth, but yet it shows through, right? Even with the primer. And it did not show through the primer. But then as soon as I put the lacquer, it showed through. But the primer was completely, sorry, I just spat on this. Completely flat. Smooth, flat. Someone suggested to put veneer, cover everything with veneer. Yeah, but then I got to recreate the logo, right? So. Okay. Very lightly here. That's blending. So we'll never be able to really blend it perfectly, but then at the end, we're going to put a few coats of clear. And my hope is that it hides it. And if not, then either the customer is going to sign off, or I'm going to have to remove everything, put veneer or whatever, and redo the whole thing. Okay, that's that. Now, let me just wipe it down completely. I could use alcohol. I don't have to. Yeah, so I'm not giving this 5 stars because they did not include a brush. Stupid. Like, They put a hood there. They put everything but a brush. All right. Grandpa Joe says, hello, 5 people watching. All right, so now we're going to mix up some Bondo. Ah, my drinking app reminded me to drink. All I need is a migraine, so I'll better drink. Okay, we're going to mix up some Bondo. All right, I think this is, there's some Bondo left here. Enough. Yeah, plenty. I really hate the smell of it. So we need to mix it quickly, apply it quickly, and be done with it. So I need to get mentally ready. Are there any meaningful comments? Nope. Nothing to answer. Gotta check on my friend. Like I said at the beginning, anxiety is just eating me up right now. Okay. So, nothing here. What about there? And I don't want to call, really. It's nothing to do with me. I still don't want to call. Let me organize this. Okay. I almost knocked my camera down again. I hate plastic, but you know, I save these things so that I can repurpose them. I'm going to use this to mix it. So maybe I can set up like a kind of like a semi-wide shot from here so I can capture everything. Put the sandpaper away from the guitar. That's always a good idea. And I don't need the brush, obviously. Oh, now the guitar doesn't need to be off the bench. And that's good like that. Okay. To be honest, maybe I can use the light from the microscope. What does this look like for you? I have a monitor right here. I can see all cameras. It's a multi-screen. Because I want to give you a good experience. So if I'm mixing it here, I'm going to do a dry run right now. So let's say I'm mixing it here, and then I just apply it quickly. Is this going to work? Obviously, it's going to have to squeeze out. it would be better to kind of go from here. And I think I want to put another layer of tape right there. And I do need to raise this camera just a little bit. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So I can remove the tape from here. So just from this, not sure, there's already tape there, but just this additional layer is, you know, a logical thing to do right here. So here I don't need to worry about, you know, cutting it, because then I just remove the tape. I'm gonna flood this, but I'll scrape it out, I guess, like that. Like I said, I'm just doing a dry run here, just thinking through. This is going to be filled, this hole for the screw, no big deal. The hole here is going to be filled, no big deal. And these are going to be filled up as well a little bit. No big deal for that. Not a big deal. Yeah. All right. We got to start mixing. So we have this. So if we put too much hardener, it hardens too quickly. So we just want to put a little bit. That's the hardener. This is the resin. And we need paper towels for sure. I know we're going to need one at least. And I'm going to have the trash ready here. Okay. So we can do this quickly. All right. So there's this view, and then you have the other view here. And this is going to be the last of, although I technically have enough for more later, this should be plenty, but I want to use more of it so that I don't put too much hardener, so that, you know, I have more open time. This is way more than I need, but it's just for mixing purposes. Okay. I think I'm going to throw this away now, but whatever. Let me just close it properly. Now I'm going to throw it away. I might use it not for guitars, but for, you know, if I need to make a jig or something, it's still okay. Okay, so that's, let me see if it's all smooth. I guess. Because sometimes you get like a little dried up skin, and then that doesn't work. Okay, so now how much hardener? Not too much, like I said. You put too much, and then you have a problem because you don't have an open time. So now I'm seeing something here in the hardener. Crystals. What the hell is that? Never saw this before. Okay, now I know that this can happen as well. I think we need a little more hardener. Okay, not gonna put more than that. So now we need to work quickly. And hope for the best. It's got to be mixed really well, which means we got to mix, mix, mix. But the longer you mix, this is already activated now. So the longer you mix, the less open time you have left to do the job. Okay, I think we mixed it plenty. All right, let's apply it. So we're not going to get it like 100% smooth, but then we are going to be sanding it. So sanding it down. Sorry, I do need to do this. I don't have a good angle from there. This really isn't my forte or my favorite thing to do. So I'm kind of building it up a little thicker, closer to the nut, tapering it off. But just like I said, this isn't going to be the final surface, right? We're done. That's it. So if this isn't good when we sand it, we got to put another layer if there's like little valleys there. Because now it's already hardening. So I put too much hardener again. See, it just took a little bit of hardener. Yeah. That's what I said. You got to, work fast with this thing. I seem to never get the proportions right. No matter how much I avoid to put too much hardener, it always seems to harden quickly. And that's why I put more Bondo, because I didn't want to put, I wanted to proportionally stay light on hardener. All right, so it's stiffening. Now, I always keep the mixture in a special place so that I can go back to it. gonna do just a little cleanup here. Just some preliminary cleanup with this. I'm not too worried about this looking too good around the truss rod cavity, since there's going to be a cover anyway, right? But, you know, just do the best job I can. And like I said, I put another tape here on the nut shelf, so now we remove that. That's good. So that's as much as we can clean up right now. And maybe tomorrow, or maybe I'll leave it for a couple of days, we do the sanding. But right now, there's nothing more to be done with this. So this had to be done. If you see the beginning of the now archived live stream, you'll see why. All right, I gotta clean up this thing with acetone. Let's do it right now. And then what project will I be working on next? Like I said, I could work on live streaming something. If I just heard from my friend anything, I would just totally now relax, and I could do other things with a clear mind. All right, and this. I do keep my screwdrivers clean. And obviously, guitar quackery being red, white, and black kind of color scheme, these screwdrivers kind of really fit. And StewMac has red, so I try to do as much as I can to use red for tools, if I can. Red and black is great, and it with a little bit of white. Like all this is red, white, and black. The logo. Even this, the Guitar Technicians Guild, which I don't know where that project is now, or on the door. But yeah, I couldn't get anyone interested in this. So there's only so much I can do. All right, so it's curing right now. And this thing, like I said, I keep this somewhere. And I have a place, it's right above this camera, right there, where I already have another one from a previous 2 epoxy jobs. So, and then I check this first before I check the guitar. Okay. Sorry, because it's the exact same mixture. And now let's do this. Let's put the guitar back, and it can do its thing in the case. It's even if this touches it, no problem now. It's already dry to the touch. All right. I need to decide what to do now in terms of next project and in terms of the thing that I'm worried about. The project isn't the first thing on my mind, obviously. But let me look at the workload here, which is getting along. Oh, and today there was an appointment and the guy didn't show up. Hold on a second. Let me check the calendar. I just realized that. Yeah. Oh, I know why. He booked the wrong date and then I couldn't change it because he came earlier. Okay, so this was a false appointment. All right. Yeah, because I actually been turning down people. They cannot book appointments now. So, all right. I have a humidification in progress. This doesn't need to be a live stream if I work on that. I have a Hackstrom that should be a live stream. A Gibson Howard Roberts Fusion that doesn't need to be a live stream. The Electra, I ordered the Gibson Bridge. Univox. Yeah, did I get back to that guy? I think so. I showed him the bridge I found. Univox. Okay, here. Oh, I didn't show him the bridge that I found. Oh no, we did discuss it. We did discuss. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do part of it here and part of it at the fabrication shop. So this thing evolved now. So I'll see if it makes sense to do a live stream on that now. Snowmaster refret. Brace repair. And then there's still that neck reset that I've been putting off. And then there's other things. The bridge swap. Hold on. Am I charging this by the hour? No, it's just a straightforward job on an electric. Yeah, guys, maybe I'll need to do that without the live stream. Then I have a Telecaster, no live stream on that. Then an acoustic pickup install. I got it right here with the setup and whatever it needs. I don't need to do a live stream on that. Then another new nut on a telly. Then what is this, a Barth guitar? Overhaul on that one. Yeah, that's by the hour. I don't think I want to open that can of worms right now. Another Univox. Both of them live stream. Oh, and then Alvarez. Acoustic, obviously. Flat fee. So friends, I don't know if I'll do a live stream or if I'll do like flat fee guitars without live streams. I think without live streams. Honestly, I'm not in a good in my best of spirits, and I don't think it makes sense to do live stream. So that's yeah, that's my decision. So unfortunately, no live stream. It's better when I'm in a better mood, right? Okay. So, but when I'm not in a good mood like now, and again, I'm not angry. I just dealing with anxiety and worry. I think it's better not to do a live stream. I got other work to do, and then I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I think by tomorrow, I should no longer be worried. If I'm worried tomorrow, I'm gonna be worried even more, obviously. All right. So, okay, that's my decision. I cannot do a live stream unless there's good news coming, suddenly. We like live streams, yeah, but I'm not in an emotional state to do that. That's one of the drawbacks of being a content creator. You just gotta put a face on and do it regardless of what's happening in your life. So, okay. All right. So I'm going to say good night and see you next time.